Hello, I'm Jennifer, and in this video, I'm going to show you how we did our own dining room makeover, so stay tuned. So we moved into a different home about a year and a half ago, and one of the first rooms we focused on was the dining room. So I'm going to give you a tour and show you some of the things we did. So the very first thing I picked for this dining room was the chandelier. We had it in our store hanging over the bed, and the first time I laid eyes on it, I knew I had to have it. It totally completed this room to me. So when I was choosing the furniture for this room, this dining room is square. It's not a very big dining room, but I knew a round table would be my best bet. I went with the largest size round table I could get, which made it so I couldn't have a buffet in here, which was fine, but you know I'm gonna have to have some extra lighting, so my husband installed the sconces on the wall. So the ceiling is vaulted, and the color they had up there before was brown. Ugh, did not like it at all, so painted it white. And then I begged and pleaded my husband to add wood to the ceiling. We stained it kind of a medium dark so that it contrasted with the light fixture. So another project my husband did in here, this room had a chair rail. To me, when you already have a room that's kind of small like this one and you have a chair rail, and a lot of times people will do one color on top, one color on bottom, or wallpaper on the bottom, to me it shrinks the room and it kind of made it look a little bit dated. So Scott removed all of the chair rail and then we painted it white. We had to remove wallpaper, and then he put up these boards. They're 1 by 3. He spaced them evenly apart all the way around the entire room. I painted both the baseboards and these boards the same color white, and I'm telling you, once that was done, it first of all just brightened up this room tremendously, but it just cozied it up and made this mama happy. So the fabric that I chose for the drapes in the dining room are probably one of my all-time favorites. They're a toile, they're a wooded scene, and you can tell there's a lot of gray in it, but again, it kind of pulls out the gray blue. It looks very beautiful paired with the chairs. Let me tell you a couple other tricks I did. So this is an older home, and I was kind of surprised that it didn't have 2 dining room windows or 1 big one. Let me show you, it's really 1 small window. But the way you can make people believe it's a bigger window is by expanding the drapery rod. And I chose, these are called French drapery rods, and what I like about them, there's no need for finials. They actually curve around so that no light is showing on the side. And it, to me, I don't like big, huge rods. This is just a simple bronze metal rod. These drapes are hung on rings, but the trick was making that window look a lot bigger. Let me show you 2 pieces of artwork that I have hanging on the wall. These are actually brand new in our store and online. They're oil paintings, a very thick frame, kind of in a very antique silver patina. In a dining room, you don't always have a lot of color and a lot of pattern. These added just a little bit of softness, and again, something that pulls out from the drapes, the little bit of the blue-gray here, that also goes with the florals that I chose. So whenever I'm designing a room, I like to have balance between hard and soft. And what I mean by that is the furniture is our hard substance, How we bring softness is with pattern, with fabric, and then of course I'm gonna have a floral. This floral has a little bit of a gray purple color in it. It looks beautiful all the way around because I've set it on a round table. And then I found these antique candle holders at the flea market. I put a table runner under the floral. Again, that adds some more softness to the room, and it gives a contrast between the table and the floral. So the chairs that I chose to go with the table, I wanted to do fabric ones so that we can have both softness in the room and comfortable for guests. These have a kind of a charcoal gray with a off-white stripe. So I love mirrors, and I always like to choose mirrors that are kind of their own artwork. This is an oversized black mirror with an arch at the top. Now the reason I chose the mirror for this wall is because when you come in the front door, the dining room is to your right, and this mirror, this is the first thing you see, but what it does is it reflects the beautiful chandelier and all of the white woodwork. Now we had a space on both sides of the mirror. Of course, that's where I wanted more light as well, but we've got the two sconces on each side. I didn't put shades on them. I kept it pretty simple, but this is another highlight of the room, and it makes the room look a lot bigger. So I really love to have company, and there are a few things I do just about every time. One is I'm always going to have some pretty music playing in the background to create an ambiance. I've removed my big floral mainly because you can't see each other over that, and I wanted to add some romance. So what I did was I put this very large hurricane in the middle, and then to give a little color to the table, I got one of my wreaths and I just set it down over that. So I want to chit chat with you a little bit about my dishes. Now I like to choose mostly white dishes because all throughout the season I can pair different things with them. At Christmas I can put some red, I can put some green, you know, at fall I can put the orange with it. So I just like that as a good base. Now my dinner plate is a little bit of a soft gray, and that just gives me a little bit of tone on tone. Now, let me tell you about these dishes. These dishes are stoneware, and not all stoneware is exactly equal. This stoneware is made in Portugal. It is microwave safe. I can put it in the freezer. I can put it in the oven. It's chip resistant, and my biggest thing is it's scratch resistant with silverware. I've bought white dishes before. You guys know what I'm talking about, and there'll be marks inside. Drives me nuts. These are great dishes even for a bride. I remember many years ago when we picked our china. I think back about that, and I don't know if I even used that china maybe once. So these are my favorite dishes. They are timeless, they're elegant, they're not too foo-foo, and they come with a lot of different pieces with them, from pitchers to pasta bowls, everything you would need. And we sell them in our online store, and I can't speak enough about them. I just love them. So to add a little bit more softness, I just did a simple table runner down the middle in between the plates. And then I added napkins, and let me show you how I did this. So these are just some beautiful linen ruffle napkins. And I took them, so they come like this, and I folded them like that. And then all I did was bring it in a little bit, just like that. And where there isn't that much of the napkin, I slid that under the plate and then let the ruffle kind of hang over the table. Well, one room down and quite a few more to go. If you guys have any questions about dining room drapes, dishes, walls, I don't care. Leave me a comment because I try to answer everybody's questions. I hope you have a safe and happy week. Thank you for watching.